this with these machines. And these are just over 5 litres on a single cylinder. And that cylinder runs front to back, not up and down like most conventional tractors. The cylinder head on the you can see on the tractor just going down the right of our arena with the trailer on there. The cylinder head is right at the very front. You can just make that out. It's exposed on that very early Marshall. That's the very top of the cylinder head. And if you're wondering why there's a little lister bumbling around the arena, all of the reveal found to the lister auto truck. In the beginning of our lineup, and we've got a track master here as well, so great to have the track master. Now Marshall, I'm sure you can tell from the design of these, not so long before these were produced, still built steam engines. Tractors are not the most comfortable vehicles to sit on, especially in Takeover, because you've got that 6 1/4 inch piston hurtling backwards and forwards. A lot of our drivers do choose to get off them. So the first tractor in our lineup, quite an early field Marshall. Tell us a little bit about this.
It's a 1956 Marshall 420. It was owned by a threshing contractor in Leicestershire. We've had it about 10 years. And it says it was very area.
Just keeps on going. What's the high speed of this tractor?
About 7 miles an hour.
So not bad for a field Marshall. Great to see here, especially the early one. So moving second tractor down the line now. Tell us about this one. It's working clothes.
Yeah, it's working clothes. Yeah, it's an 1948 Series 2. It was supplied new to a farmer in Argentina. Returned to this country about 20 years ago and had a complete engine rebuild. But as you say, the bodywork basically hasn't been touched.
Great to see it like this. Generally the oily rag approach is a great way to see these old machines. So we're going to move on now. Now this gleaming field Marshall has been driven all the way from Barnsley, complete with co-pilot on board as well. Tell us a bit about this.
Only a short journey really, 7 hours. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, Scampston, that was 10.5 hours. I've got Whitby to come, that's 14.5 hours journey to get there. Yeah, it's a ordeal, but a little bit more
in with the rest of the marshals. This machine does tow the shepherd's up all the way from Barnsley to numerous different shows up and down the north of England. We've got the co-driver on board. What's he called? This is Buddy, and I've clearly just set off the car alarm. I am not putting my fingers in there to stroke him. So next we've got the Field Marshal Series 1 1946, purchased in November 2021 after being stored for 25 years. Restored to original condition, this tractor does star on YouTube, Brayshaw's Vintage Tractor, and also TikTok, Brayshaw's VT. So moving down the line now, a rather interesting livery, almost got some pink back wings here. This bit is a 1947 Field Marshal Series 2. This Field Marshal Series 2 tractor was built in 1947 in Gainsborough and was exported to New Zealand to its first owner, Mr. Gordon Aitchison, north onto Otago at South Island. It's an early production Series 2 tractor. Production started at 4,025, making this tractor the 224th Series 2. We have several Series 1 features including the mudguards and square top gear and throttle levers. It returned to the UK in 1999 for preservation. That was really interesting trying to read that as it was bouncing up a good inch or so, bouncing up down on the back of the tractor. So I just disappeared down the back of that tractor to read the information board. So next we've got 1946 Marshall tractors from 1930 up to 1958. All had single-cylinder diesel engine, which gave them a distinctive pom-pom exhaust note. The engine could be started using a special cartridge similar to a 12-bore shotgun. These tractors were extensively used by contractors for threshing and wood sawing. These tractors come from Thirsk, not too far away. And I'm going to see if I can get hold of a starting handle. Has anybody got a starting handle we can use? So this is the ignition key for this particular tractor. It's a fair old size. It goes into the flywheel at the side of the tractor just here, the large one. There's a decompression system that runs on the top of the flywheel. You usually set that to 3 revolutions. Pop a bit of special paper in the end here. You turn it over so it decompresses 3 times and then drops in on the 3rd compression. You swing it like hell at 2.5 revolutions. You've kind of got to really hope that it's going to fire, because if it doesn't, it usually throws you back and you land about 10 foot behind the tractor. Hope to hell that it does. 9 times out of 10, it does. If you're having a bit of a weak day, and you're not feeling it, you usually end up on your back at the back of the tractor. So we're going to scooch down to the track. Oh, I've missed 2. Tell us a bit about this one.
A guy called Curtis at Subscreen Norwich. I bought it off him. Michael bought it again, and Smith with them off, and he did it up, and I bought it off them, like, you know. And he had one owner like that.
So really only a one-owner tractor. Great to see you here. Is this one yours? '47 Series 2. So not come too far away from near Kirby Moorside, Grove Fault near Kirby Moorside. So we've got one here with no wheels. Trackmaster. Now, this is the only Trackmaster in the arena. Great to see you here. Tell us a bit more about it.
Well, I think it's 1951. It's a local tractor. It's local all its life. When I bought it, my wife was on holiday in France, so that's how I got away with buying this.
That's a good idea. I'll bear that one in mind. So back to quite an early machine here. Tell us about this.
It was employed for our family new in 1945. The family ever since it was used for threshing and baling and farming still about 96.
And tell us about the trailer that's behind.
So the trailers and caskets originally supplied to the Army and Navy. So I did it up for I had to match it with the tractor.
And you certainly have done a wonderful job of that. So if you're wondering why we've got the Lister Auto Truck here in the arena. And these are little machines. If it wasn't for these, none of these tractors would get built, and that was probably to be said for the majority of the tractors that you've seen here in the arena today. The Lister Auto Truck predates the forklift truck, and these little machines were buzzing about all over the factories, all over the UK and beyond. They would be going from the workshops where engines would have been assembled, or component shops, the stores, into the different departments within the factory. These very rarely got switched off. They were started on a Monday morning, they would have run all the way through to Friday night if they were lucky, and then they were switched off. The different shifts would have jumped onto them, and as you can see, it takes quite a bit of muscle to steer this. You rotate the entire engine to get it about the place. Very powerful little trucks these, capable of pulling around 3 ton, and they would have had numerous little trailers behind them. They would have picked them up from the stores or from the different workshops, then gone to the production lines of the tractors so that they would have enough parts on the production line to assemble them. So there's a little single-cylinder Lister engine. I live not too far away from the David Brown factory, and there is still a sign on the wall today outside the factory that advises Lister truck drivers not to turn in one direction because their truck will turn over, and that is still on the wall today, albeit that in Huddersfield.
Right?
You know that.
No,
You do know, don't you?
I'm going to have to go and get it. Go and buy it.
So I've got an information sheet
David
on this.
Brown
There's a
factory,
beer
I'm
behind
on my
the
way to
second
go and buy
last, tractor on the
Make them
lineup.
offer they
Wheel
can't
axle series,
refuse.
240 horsepower,
Then it can be
high
part of
top
my
gear, 9
exhibit
miles
then,
per hour.
can't it?
Built in 1947.
Pretty good.
Original registration
You
number.
tell them.
Hey?
It's believed to have
I
spent
will.
its working life
I will.
with a threshing set on the Soundbeck estate near Bombay.
I'll jump the fence with a screwdriver.
And we also think that William, this is the name of the tractor, is the only field marshal living in Gainsborough. It is garage near Marshall Sports Field, less than 1 mile from where it was built. And last but certainly not least, tell us a bit about this.
1948 Field Marshal Series 2. Don't know much history about this tractor, but if anyone wants to know, just ask Santa Claus, because we got this as a Christmas present in 1989.
Excellent. Now, we've got what's called the economy cab on this tractor. It was all ready because it is going to have a bit of a sprinkle, but this is the economy cab. A Foster's umbrella stuck in at the side. So he's got it all ready just in case the heavens were to open severely. Great to see all these tractors in the lineup. As you can see, they're not that pleasant to sit on when they're ticking over. So these drivers especially, thank you for coming into the arena and sitting here while we talk about them. They're going to do a few laps of honour, then they're going to be returning to their stage.
Off you go then, Michael.
So really an iconic
Yeah, go on.
tractor.
Your
Great to see
cue.
here. So I've just been told something really quite interesting. You'll notice the track marshal there. The engine's actually running the wrong way, and that is in order for the gearing to operate the tracks. So you will notice that everything that hasn't got tracks on it, their engine is running in a clockwise direction as you look at it from here. The track marshal is running anti-clockwise. All these engines are 2-stroke, so it's a 5-litre diesel engine, 2-stroke, which means you get the bang stroke every 2 strokes. So in theory, it's like a 10-litre engine because it's got twice the power because you've got twice the power stroke. And these engines will not run without that funny-shaped exhaust. That's all part of the science of how the engine runs. Extremely simple and also extremely powerful. Now, I used to do a bit of commentating on the tractor pulling back in the good old, bad old Pickering days. And we've had a few of these on the big tractor pull. And we've had Fords and Majors with the enormous V-configuration engines in failing to pull the tractor pulling sledge down the runway. Quite often when we put a field marshal on, it does a really smart job. All these wonderful, heavily modified tractors with turbos and induction kits and all fancy business on it. Get the old field marshal on the tractor pull, absolutely wipes the floor. you may notice, if any of these tractors do rev up, they blow smoke rings. Now, being a two-stroke, they are also known as a partial loss engine. Now, maybe I should have told you this as the tractors enter the arena. Partial loss means that they lose a good amount of their engine oil. And of course that goes straight up the spout. What goes up must come down, so if you've got your best white shirt on today, maybe best to take a couple of steps back. Now the gentleman with the little Jack Russell on board, he's going to do 7 hours sat on that tractor tomorrow all the way back to Barnsley. And as you can see, he does have a bit of a diverter on the top of the chimney for obvious reasons. Would advise him taking that off tomorrow, especially if it's going to rain, because a couple of hours down the road, he will be suitably covered in oil, which means he will be entirely waterproof. Now, hoping, I think we've got the over 100-year-old tractors in next. So these vehicles will be doing a couple of runs around our arena. They're going to be returning to their stationary positions. And in not too long a time, we're going to be getting our 100-year-old tractors into the arena. Now within the next 2 minutes or so, we will be getting the over 100-year-old tractors into the arena. If you would like to see how these over 100-year-old tractors stand up, they are currently in the process of trying to start them up, just unpacking the power truck.
Alright, you're right.